Fairfield Media Productions is proud to present FCA on LSN and FMP Sports on fairfieldmedia.tv.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by
Service Master claimed by Todd George. They are proud to be the only Green Seal certified janitorial service in Central Ohio and promise to do the job right or do it over. 740-687-1077.
Thompson Concrete, a full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University Lancaster and Pickerington. Online at lancaster.ohiou.edu.
Let Matt Gray motivate you or your group for change. You can visit him online at maxspeaking.com.
In Focus Consulting, the data agency. Online at infocusconsulting.com.
Fairfield Christian Church, located near the River Valley Mall in Lancaster. Online at fairfieldcc.com.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law Offices. Online at weaver-law.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Smith here with FCA on LSN. This week I'm here with Coach Dobbenmeyer. Coach, how you doing?
Doing great, Smitty, and honored that you'd be here with us today.
Last week, pretty rough loss for the Knights to Dayton Christian. What did you learn from that?
Well, there's an old saying among football coaches that speed kills. And, they had an unbelievable running back by the name of Heath Harding, who we knew on film was really something to watch, and we worked all week on trying to hem him in. But the reality of it is, first play of the game, Doug, he went 7 to 8 yards or something like that on us, sapped all the energy right out of us. And again, the saying that speed kills, you just can't practice against it. And our guys found out that the angles that they would normally take to head a guy off just didn't work against them last week. And they scored 21 points for us in the first quarter, and we never really recovered from that. Our guys played hard to them. They always play hard. But to be honest with you, we were probably a little overmatched last week and got a good licking that we probably deserved. But we put it behind us and move on to Miller this week.
All right. Well, as you said, the Miller Falcons this week. What are you expecting from them this week?
Well, we've played Miller now for every year since I've been here as coach, and we've always had a pretty spirited game with them. They're always in. It seems like they're in a transition a lot over there. They're in another new football coach over there, and when you change football coaches, a lot of times you just a lot of problems that develop. But they got a lot of kids out. They've got a good group of seniors. Got about 12 seniors on their team, and they got a mix of older kids and younger guys. Now they only had one victory up to this point. They beat South Gallia for their only win. But, they played us as hard as anybody last year. We played in a mud bowl over there last year. I don't know if people would remember that when we went over. It was very, very muddy. And they were very big and very physical, and we kind of neutralized our speed. So, if you watched the football game last week, we tried to develop the passing game a little bit more, and we're going to try to do that to get guys to spread them out a little bit more so that Ben can be more effective inside. So we're going to have to play hard, not make mistakes. Really the same stuff you hear from a coach every week.
So what are this week's keys to victory against Miller?
Play hard, don't make mistakes. I think I said last week on the show, Doug, that we really kind of top-loaded our schedule. We really felt that weeks 3, 4, and 5 were going to be really, really tough for us this year. And privately, I said to the coaches, if we could get through the first 5 games, 3 and 2, that I would be personally, I'd be pretty pleased with it. We got beat by Ashland Crestview beat us, and we got beat last week by Dayton Christian, but we're able in between to knock off Williamsburg. So we started with a very young football team. We're getting older each week. More mature guys are understanding what they have to do to be successful. So now we begin the second half of the season. Miller's the first hurdle in the second half of the season. It's homecoming game, big night for our guys, and our guys always show up and play hard. We gotta play smart football and not make mistakes.
Yep. Well, thank you for being here with us, Coach, today. I'm Doug Smith for FCA on LSN. Up next, the game.
ServiceMaster cleaned by Todd George. They are proud to be the only Green Seal certified janitorial service in Central Ohio and promise to do the job right or do it over. 740-687-1077.
We're gonna have a real good time. We're gonna have a real good time. We're gonna have a real good time.
I didn't need help from anybody. I was good at everything. And this, the drugs and the alcohol, I couldn't stop doing it. I went down a path of destruction, just about escaping the feelings. I never used one without the other. It was chaos. A dump truck, insanity plowed into us. I know it was the devil. I actually got suspended from baseball. I said, I need help, but I can't do it anymore. I fell on my own. You do with me what you want to do with me, but I surrender.
Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw-a-ball Thursday, water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday, let's move Monday, sparkles next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Hi again, everybody. Welcome to FCA football on LSN. Tonight, the FCA Knights take on the Miller Falcons. It's Jack Davidson high atop the playing field along with Andrew Gerken. Craig Collins to kick off here for FCA on homecoming night at Jim Rockwell Stadium in New Lex. Collins puts the leg into it, short kick, picked up by Miller up back and brought down about the 41-yard line. Tonight's FCA and LSN Game of the Week brought to you by ServiceMaster Clean by Todd George. Help you get clean and stay that way at work, at home. When they demonstrate their commitment to excellence, their promise to do the job right or do it over. ServiceMaster Clean by Todd George can be contacted at 740-687-1077. We thank Todd George for supporting Fairfield Media Production Sports. Quarterback tonight, starting quarterback for Miller, Dakota Wilson. And it's a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Partner tonight is Andrew Gerken. Andrew, what's the keys of the game tonight?
Well, tonight, the Knights defense is all centered around Joey Gall, their middle linebacker, and he's leading their defense along with Ben Tobin. They've got to watch the run game and hope they don't jump when they had play action. Last game they were playing the Dayton Christian, and they ran it down their throats the whole game. And it became dangerous at the point because they had their safety, Colin Young, up towards the linebackers, and when they ran a play action, they jumped at it every single time. And if they're going to do that again tonight, it's going to hurt them.
Cody McInnes on the carry, bring up 3rd and 4 on the 47-yard line. Early in tonight's action here at homecoming night for FCA. Wilson in the shotgun. He's met immediately by the FCA defense. The ball carrier on the play was McInnes. Tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Weaver Law Offices, dedicated to serving all of Central Ohio with competent, qualified, and timely legal assistance at reasonable rates. Roger Weaver, a name you know, experience you can trust. The Weaver Law Offices can be contacted at 614-834-1750 or online at weaver-law.com. We thank Roger Weaver for supporting Fairfield Media Production Sports. Colin Young back in single safety for FCA.
Quick 3 and out for the Falcons there to give the Knights the ball early here in the first quarter.
Kick will go out of bounds, and FCA will take the ball outside of their own 20-yard line.
First quarter action of FCA on LSN is brought to you by Thompson Concrete, a full-service company offering commercial, residential, decorative, excavation, and foundation services with the ability to handle every detail of large, complex concrete projects. Thompson Concrete is located in Carroll, Ohio, and can be reached at 740-756-7256 or online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Ben Tobin, the deep back. Joey Gall, the up back. Colin Young is the quarterback. Out wide right is Josh Heater. And split wide left is the birthday boy, Jacob Walker. They're going to go to Jacob. He's open and just overthrown. And happy birthday to Jacob, who is celebrating his 17th birthday today. That'd been a nice birthday present, wouldn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
First play of the game for FCA, touchdown to Jacob. He would remember that.
And it's good to have him back because Lane Tillman, their other wide receiver, is out of the game due to a previous concussion. So we will not see him at all this game.
Tobin, the deep back. Ben Tobin, one of the leading, in fact, he is the leading rusher in all of Central Ohio. He gets the ball and he'll bull his way over to the 30-yard line. Gain of about 5, bring up third and about 5. Of course, the fans are happy tonight. FCA was listening to the Ohio State Buckeye football game before we went on the air. Cheers went up as the Buckeyes beat Sparty by 1 point. 9:25 to go here, first quarter. Young, Tobin, first down and more, up to about the 45-yard line.
Ben Tobin does a good job of ducking his shoulder and making sure that no one's going to try and stop him for as many yards as he possibly can.
FCA comes in tonight with a record of 3-2, wins over Millersport, Fisher Catholic, and Williamsburg. I think there's a Williamsport. Williamsburg. It's down near Cincinnati. We go down that way next week when we play Fayetteville Perry. Young in the shotgun. Out to Gall, breaks a tackle up to the 50, into Falcon territory.
I was just talking about him on the defensive side of the field, and here he is making a nice reception on the offensive side of the field.
Miller is 1-4 on the season, coached by Sean Bartley. Lost to Trimble last week by a score of 66-0. Their only win against South Gallia, 26-16 earlier in the season. 2nd and 4, ball on the 48. Young gives to Tobin, breaks a tackle, close to the 35, first down Knights.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize most sincerely. Sam Patura has not entered surgery, but he is in observation at Mount Carmel West. My apologies.
1st and 10 on the 35. Young to Tobin. Spins, close to another first down. Beautiful night for football, huh, Andrew?
Yeah, it's not too cold. It's not too warm.
You're dressed in short sleeves. It's like you're at the beach.
Yeah, I'm wearing jeans. Come on.
Here I got my FCA jacket on. I got a coat in case it gets a little chilly. Beautiful night for football. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Direct snap to Tobin. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Knights. 25-yard run for Ben Tobin.
Tobin carries it to the house with 6.
And they did that a lot last week, and it was very successful, even against Dayton Christian, who they lost to, what was it, 47-0? It was not a pretty game to watch from the FCA fans' perspective.
Well, Dayton Christian is a fine football team, though, too. I think they're a Division 5 team.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, they are a good ball club. FCA on the board, 6-0 here, with 7:24 to go. First quarter. Tyler Hamill will run to the sidelines, and now we got Craig Collins to attempt the point after, with Colin Young doing the holding. Ball will be spotted at the 10. And it's good. FCA takes a quick 7-0 lead with 7:24 to go, first quarter. Tonight's officials crew from Zanesville, Ohio. Brian Norris, the referee. Bill Pratt, the umpire. Troy Paris, the linesman. Josh Riley, the line judge. And the back judge, Jeff Robinson.
The FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Central Ohio General Surgeons. They are physicians who have advanced training that allows them to perform invasive procedures for their patients. At Central Ohio General Surgeons, your appointment includes time for examination and discussion, so please feel free to ask questions at any time. Central Ohio General Surgeons can be contacted at 740-654-6213 or online at centralohiogeneralsurgeons.com.
Colin has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, puts the leg into it. Up back Wilson. Gets up to about the 35-yard line. Met by a host of FCA tacklers, including Matthew Beatty. Also Brian Miller, I believe, on the stop. 1st and 10 for Miller. He'll mark the ball on the left hash at the 35-yard line. Dakota Wilson, sophomore, leads the team out of the huddle. Wilson, pitch back to McInnes. He doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a good defensive effort by FCA. You know, Heater got in there nice and fast, and I couldn't tell who it was. I'm not sure if it was Caleb Walls or Joey Gall. One of them got in there and finished it off, made sure that was not going forward.
Be 2nd 11 on the 34. Wilson in the shotgun, McInnes behind him. Rolls right, it is almost intercepted by Ben Tobin. 3rd and long.
Falcons pass tipped and incomplete. 3rd and 11 from the 34-yard line.
.636 to go, first quarter. Wilson leads the team out of the huddle. Logan Westney is down at the bottom of your screen as a wideout. Wilson rolling left, breaks a tackle. Set to the 40, 45, has a first down, and he is brought down by Colin Young. Fumble on the play, but the officials rule that Wilson was down. First down, Miller. They move the chains. Miller with 2 wideouts to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Direct snap to Caleb McInnes, and he will barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard on that play.
I think the Knights defense is a little bit angry about what happened last week. Their shutout loss to Dayton, and it looks like Miller's taking the shots from that.
Timeout on the field. Miller takes a timeout, their first of the quarter. 5:52 to go, first quarter of play. FCA leads Miller 7-0.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Spires Paving Company, serving Lancaster and Fairfield County since 1984. They are a full-service pavement and pavement services company providing asphalt paving, patching, repairing, crack filling, striping for residential, commercial, churches, and local municipalities. Spires Paving Company can be contacted at 740-653-6837 or online at spirespaving.com.
FCA defense gets their instructions from Coach Bolin and heads out to the spot of the ball. Will be marked at the 46-yard line of Miller. Miller goes right to the line of scrimmage. McInnes gets the snap, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Josh Heater was there on the stop.
And looking at their roster, Cody McInnes is a freshman running back, so they're integrating some of their freshmen into this offense.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 to go on the 47. Wilson, a crossing route, and the ball is caught by wide receiver Logan Westney. Dropped at the 48-yard line. Be short of a first down. It'll be 4th down, and we'll say 5. Little slant pattern by Westney. Caught the ball and immediately dropped, and Colin Young goes back in single safety. Matt Carney, the punter. Good snap. End over end kick. Hits short of the 20 and goes out of bounds. So the Knights will take over deep in their own territory with 4:31 to go here in the first quarter of play.
It's still early here in the first quarter, and Ben Tobin has already racked up 63 yards and has a touchdown.
A lot of running backs. It'd be a good night's work, huh? He's not even done with the first quarter. Colin Young leads the team out of the huddle. He is in the shotgun with Ben Tobin next to him. Tobin takes a direct snap, looks for a crease up to the 20, close to the 24-yard line. 2nd and short for the Knights.
Caleb McInnes was in on the stop for the Falcons. Ben Tobin.
Caleb McInnes on the stop. Gain of 8, and it'll be 2nd and 2. FCA travels down Cincinnati way next Friday night against Fayetteville Perry.
That'll be a fun journey.
Ah, road trips are always great, aren't they? Another direct snap to Ben. He's got a seam down to the 40, 50.
And he's gone. Or close.
Is pulled down in the end zone. Touchdown. Knights, a 75-yard touchdown run for Ben Tobin. And just like that, he's over the 100-yard mark.
He's close to the 150 mark. He's got 147 yards, 7 carries, and 2 touchdowns.
He's a 25-yard run, a 75-yard run. So the Knights up 13-0 with a point after to follow. He just outran the Miller defense. I thought the defensive back there for Miller had a good angle on him, might have been able to catch him around the 10. Finally caught him, but Tobin's momentum pull them into the end zone. There's a snap. Collins with the kick. Up and good. 3:39 to go as the choo-choo train celebrates a 14-0 lead for FCA over Miller on LSN.
FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in marketplace. Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio. Can be reached at 740-654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com.
Cody McInnes is deep for Miller. In front of him, he's got Logan Westney, Dakota Wilson, and a player who we do not have a number for, number 80, who's not in our program. Collins, short kick.
Another short kick.
Fielded by Matt Carney, senior, and he's dropped short of the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for Miller, and mark it at the Miller 38.
Miller's got to get some yards here if they want to stay in this ball game here in the first quarter.
It's been a nice little rivalry, FCA and Miller, over the years. Of course, FCA hasn't been in a conference, and they've been scheduling many local teams as they can. They scheduled Miller early on, and this is one team that FCA has a nice rivalry with. Pass thrown at the feet of Cody Human. It'll be 2nd down and 10. I don't believe Miller has ever beaten FCA in football.
I think you're right.
Of course, Miller is down in Perry County in Corning, Ohio.
So they're making a little bit of a journey.
Well, the schools play in football, basketball, baseball.
There it is, Brian Miller on the tackle.
That was Caleb McInnes on the carry. Gets about 1 yard to the 39. It'll be 3rd and long. Remember last year we did a game from Miller, and we were, of course, we have nice accommodations here. We're on top of a press box on the roof, but they have a covering over us and that. But Jared and I were up on top of a press box at Miller, and we could actually see through the press box. It had holes in the roof. It was a hoot. It was cold, started rain. And FCA will stop Miller.
Looks
and
like
get the ball back.
Yeah.
Be 4th down. As Tyler Hamill was there in on the stop along with Caleb Waltz. So Matt Carmy will punt. Stand at his own 26-yard line. Colin Young back in single safety, standing at about the 36. High wobbly kick. Young calls for the fair catch, bobbles it, and falls on it at his own 36-yard line. Check that. That was Nick Lanning who punted for Miller. So 1st and 10 for FCA, 2:04 to go, first quarter of play. Take over on their own 36. Birthday boy Jacob Walker goes wide left. Wide right, Josh Heater. Joey Gall is the up back, and Ben Tobin, the deep back. Tobin has runs at 25 and 75 yards for a touchdown. Young, looking, long, caught! Yeah,
Nope.
Incomplete. It's been a great catch there by Jacob.
2 birthday presents. Oh, well. With hands like that, they'll get it to him.
Absolutely. Walker is limping back to the huddle.
Yeah, that was something that he had struggled with last week. They had to call him out because of an ankle problem, I think. I think it was his ankle.
Heater and Gall go up to the top of the screen as wideouts. Walker to the bottom of the screen. Tobin gets the direct snap. Penalty flag on the play. Tobin has enough for a first down, but it'll be holding on the Knights.
Tobin pushes forward for the first down. However, there's a flag on the play. I believe it's holding on the Knights.
Back the Knights up 10. And it'll be 2nd and long.
Right. While we're still on the topic of penalties, the Knights are not notorious for committing a lot of penalties, and they haven't been this season. So, a couple of them here and there, still not good, but, you're still showing a disciplined team, not having as many penalties as some of the other teams out there.
There's a lot of positive things about FCA. One of the positive things we talk about is the coaching staff, not only for football, but you look around FCA and varsity and junior varsity athletics, the coaches are second to none. Kids are well coached, well prepared. Tobin on a short gain brings up 3rd and long.
And Tobin has now hit the 150-yard mark.
So that pass play by Young to Tobin gains a few, and it's 3rd and 17 coming up on the 60-second mark here in the first quarter. Two wide receivers to the left and right. Young back to pass, looking long. Got Heater, caught it, and he's gone. Josh Heater
on the 61-yarder.
That'll be a 71-yard
Man, I just
touchdown
wrote
pass.
that down.
It's okay, you haven't gotten that math class at FCA yet, right?
I'm in geometry.
You're in geometry? Okay.
So that's a problem if I can't count that.
71-yard pass, touchdown pass, Young to Heater. And FCA's up 20-0 with 38.1 seconds to go. Young will hold, Collins will kick.
And if Junior Collins could,
and we got a penalty flag on the play, and it'll be offside on Miller.
If Junior Collins can put this one in, that'll be his 13th for the year.
So we'll do it again.
Falcons got a little anxious, so the Knights will take half the distance.
They'll move the ball closer.
Try it again.
The ball will be marked at about the 9-yard line. Ball down, kick is up and good. So with 38.1 seconds to go, FCA takes a 21-0 lead over Miller here at homecoming night, FCA on LSN.
The FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Ohio Christian University, committed to offering a complete education that develops students intellectually, professionally, and spiritually. OCU's degree programs equip students to become leaders in their careers, communities, families, and the world. Ohio Christian University is online at ohiochristian.edu. So Coach Dovemeyer was never really one to kick the ball a lot, and his kicker has 13 extra points this season.
And that's a good sign, because when you lose a kicker like Hayden Welch, and to have Craig Collins come up and take the reins, that's good for the Knights. Collins, a 5'8" junior. McKinnis, the deep back for Miller. Line drive kick over everybody's head, goes into the end zone for a touchback. Good kick is right. So Miller will start on their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. And they'll try to get something going here.
Capers are about to fall off the edge of the ledge here.
No, but it's not a windy night at all. It's
No,
the winds are rather calm. It's really pleasant.
It was an operator error.
Operator error. End around.
Nice little flea flicker there.
Cody Uman will be driven out of bounds close to the 30-yard line. Be close to a first down.
That was Heater on the stop there.
Cody Uman.
You talk about a tough football player. This is a freshman playing varsity, making tackles and making plays on offense too. I don't want to be behind, or I don't want to be in front of him when he's hitting somebody. Gosh.
That's why we're up here, huh?
Yeah. I'm not a football player. That's why I'm up here.
Of course, you play basketball, right?
Yeah, I do.
Kenneth, the ball carrier, stopped.
And I believe, as they call it, a castle of knights met him.
Check that. That was Wintermute. Tracy Wintermute on the carry. And it'll be enough for a first down. .24 seconds to go and counting here in the first quarter.
Somebody up in the booth's a little happy.
Wilson.
He kind of pushed his own man down.
On the give, that looks like Justin Parker, the ball carrier. And that's the end of the first quarter. Timeout on the field. After 1 quarter of play, FCA leads Miller by a score of 21-0 on LSN.
Motivate you or your group for change. You can visit him online at maxspeaking.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law offices online at weaver-law.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Might have to repeat. Second quarter action of FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit within a graded facility. They have outside storage for RVs and boats, and they are Lancaster's source for Penske truck rentals. Fairfield Mini Storage is located at 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them on the web at ffministorage.com.
FCA with a 21-0 lead here, starting the second quarter of play. 2 touchdown runs, one by Ben Tobin at 25 yards, another by Ben Tobin for 75 yards, and a young to Heater pass completion that went for a touchdown, good for 71 yards. So 1 period in the books, FCA leads 21-0. And there's the end around to Westney. Short gain.
Good stop there by Joey Gall.
Logan Westney was the ball carrier for that foul. Business System Solutions.
So it'll be third down and 8. Scoreboard shows 2nd and 8. The down marker shows 3rd down.
I think the scoreboard's right this time.
Wilson on the carry, gets over the 35-yard line.
And now the dial-it down showing 4th.
And they'll bring out the punting unit.
Oh, it is 4th. It looks like the scoreboard was...
Scoreboard was wrong.
Maybe I was just losing it over quarter to quarter transition, or that would be me.
Nick Lanning, the punter, gets it away. Now ball will go out of bounds.
You know, I don't think FCA's returned a punt yet. There was one where Colin called for the fair catch and dropped it, but he fell right on it. So I don't think they've gained any yards in returns.
No, they haven't. It'll be 1st and 10 for FCA on their 41-yard line. Ball at the right hash. Colin Young leads the team out into the field. Offensive line been doing a great job tonight, opening up some big holes. Gall and Heater down to the bottom of the screen. Walker top of the screen. Tobin on the direct snap. 1st down and more. Across the 45 to the 44-yard line. 1st down, Knights.
Chris Carney on the stop for the Falcons.
Huge holes by the Knights offensive line tonight. A lot of seniors on that line. It's a upperclassman dominated group. Brian Miller the center. He'll direct snap it either to Tobin or Young. Goes to Young. To Walker. Incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't have full control when he hit the ground, so that was a good call by the ref.
Talk about some of the offensive linemen for FC. You got Austin Mosley there, Levi Bailey, Josh Coleman, Austin Dixon, Brian Miller. I mean, these are guys that open the holes for Ben Tobin, and they're doing an outstanding job tonight.
And they've done that all season.
Tobin fumbles the snap. He'll bull his way up close to the 40-yard line.
I think that penalty is going to be a face mask. I thought I saw somebody grabbing a mask, but don't hold me to it.
Well, I think you're right. I saw Ben's head kind of snap back like someone got a face mask. And it is on Miller.
Face mask on the Falcons.
Good call, Andrew.
That's like the first good call I've had.
5-yard incidental face mask, so that'll bring up 2nd and short for the Knights.
You said 5 yards?
5-yard penalty. Yes, sir.
Just making sure I'm writing all this down right.
Young throws left side to Walker. Got it.
There's
inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Happy birthday, Jacob. Great catch.
You got to feel good about catching that one.
They'll mark it at the 3.
Knights have over 100 yards passing here in the second quarter. They've struggled earlier here in the season, but it looks like they are pulling their act together now.
Young gives to Tobin, hit, keeps his legs moving, touchdown Knights. Ben Tobin, his 3rd touchdown run of the evening, this time good for 3 yards, and it's 27-0 FCA. Collins on for the point after. And this has to be demoralizing for Miller. Having lost last week by a score of 66-0 against a good Trimble team, FCA gives Trimble a run for their money. That's up and good too. Of course, FCA scrimmages Trimble in the preseason, and that's always a great contest. Two good football teams. So, 9:30 to go, first half. FCA leads 28-0 on LSN.
So the FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by N-Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. N-Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 740-654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com.
FCA media team tonight: Evan Bogus, Luke Sheets, Justin Potachnik, and Michael Collins. Those are the seniors on this crew.
That's Michael Collier.
I'm sorry. Michael Collier, and then we have Harrison Poole, Scott West, Dave Spear, JT Bertram, and Andrew Gherkin. So Miller will start this drive at around the 36 or 37 yard line. Tonight's halftime program, Barb Hine from Fairfield Christian Church, the women's department, will be talking about an upcoming women's conference featuring Kathy Tricoli, and she'll be interviewing Kathy at halftime. Of course, the halftime show is sponsored by the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Wilson, the quarterback, throwing long, and it is caught. First down for Miller.
And there's the offensive play they wanted to see.
Absolutely. Logan Westney on the reception. First down for Miller, and they'll mark it at the 32-yard line. So this is the best drive that Miller has had tonight. See what they can do with it. Wilson on the pitch to McInnes, cuts back across the 25 to the 24-yard line. Caleb McInnes on the carry. And it's a pickup of about 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
I feel like an analyst writing all this stuff down.
That's why you and I get paid the big bucks.
We get paid?
No, we don't.
Oh. I was going to say.
Our pay is to work with JT.
That's always a good amount. That's a good pay.
There you go. That's right. That's our pay. Wilson rolls left, throws. He's got a receiver, Westney, inside the 15 to the 14.
Good stop by Jeremiah Lee. And I was watching Miller in pregames, and they do not have a bad passing game. It's just, they've had some problems connecting early, and it looks like they found their spark here.
1st and 10 at the Knights' 14-yard line. Nice little drive by Miller.
They keep working at it, they will put some points on the board.
Westney is out wide left. Lanning down at the bottom of the screen. Wilson throws, caught. Penalty flag. Receiver on the play was Aaron Waldrop. And I think we got a face mask on the Knights.
Yep, that's a good. And I think Heater wrapped him higher over his pads and spun around, and that's what the ref saw, and I don't think it was intentional. So, but that'll happen.
Heater comes out because he's injured, and going in is, I believe, Josh Coleman. McInnes with the carry, gain of about a yard or so.
Ben Tobin stopping that play.
I think they're looking at Josh's finger or maybe his elbow. As they would, hockey's locked out, so they're not playing hockey, but they would call it an upper body injury, right?
Yeah.
It's an upper body injury for Josh. They're looking at it, and hopefully he'll be back in.
Knowing him, he will.
Second and 3. pass, caught. McGinnis, and he is dropped about the 1, and we got penalty flags all over the place. I think that was another penalty on the Knights, and might be...
that is on the Knights. I just can't tell what...
I think that might be a face mask as well. A collar? Personal...
Horse collar.
Horse collar.
Heater's running back onto the field now.
And heading off is Jeremiah Lee. First and goal for Miller. McKinnis with the direct snap. It's close to a touchdown, but the refs are not signaling it. Good job by the interior line and the linebacking crew for FCA. It'll be a second and goal at about the 6-inch line. Can't get any closer without putting it in, huh?
Not really. I didn't even know that they had inch lines.
Well, if they did, that's where it'd be.
Just like you little small lines over there in between the yard lines, you know. Here's your 6 inches.
And that ball carrier, that was Colin Parragant, he is stopped. He was tripped up in the backfield.
I don't know that he was tripped up as much as he lost his footing. He slid there, and I don't know.
It'll be third and goal. Boy, this would be a great defensive stand here if the Knights could hold here. Wilson over center. Quarterback sneak.
They got it.
And touchdown, Miller. Dakota Wilson with the quarterback sneak, a 1-yard carry. Good for the score, and it's 28-6.
I don't even know that it was 1 yard. Like you said, they were on the 6-inch line.
Yeah, look at the yard. Coming on to kick will be Dustin Spencer. Matt Carney will do the honors holding, and it is blocked.
There was a problem there. The kicker moved forward, and then he backed up and went again. And
boy, Taylor Kopp really laid out to block that kick.
I don't think he wanted that one to go anywhere.
So with 5:35 to go here in the second quarter of play, FCA leads by a score of 28-6 over Miller and homecoming here on LSN.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Service Master Clean by Todd George. They help you get clean and stay that way at work and at home when they demonstrate their commitment to excellence and their promise to do the job right or do it over. Service Master Clean by Todd George can be contacted at 740-687-1077. Thanks to Todd George for supporting Fairfield Media Productions.
So this will be the first kickoff that FCA has received tonight.
They kicked off to Miller for the first kick, right?
Yes, they did.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yes, they did. So this is the first kick. The kickoff unit, return unit is on for the first time for FCA. Heater and Tobin back deep, both standing on their 20-yard line. Here's the kick.
Tobin's got it.
Got a seam.
And there goes Tobin.
Back. Another cut back, and nice run by Ben Tobin. Nice return. Will mark it at the 42-yard line.
And the Knights had to adapt to their situation because, like I said, Lane Tobin's out, and he was one of their main returners. And as you just saw, they put Ben Tobin out there. Well, that worked.
Tell you, it's like picking your poison, right? Kick to Josh Heater, who's got speed, or Ben Tobin, who
has both.
He has
power
both.
And speed. I think they found their new returner.
Well, Heater out wide to the right. Walker down to the bottom of the screen, and we got a whistle. Timeout, Miller. Timeout on the field with 5:27 to go here in the first half of play. FCA leads by a score of 28-6 on LSN.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Ohio Christian University, committed to offering a complete education that develops students intellectually, professionally, spiritually, and spiritually. OCU's degree programs equip students to become leaders in their careers, communities, families, and the world. Ohio Christian University is online at ohiochristian.edu.
Junior high football team increased their record with a victory over the
So FCA will start this drive in great field position at the Miller 42-yard line. Beautiful night for football, and temperature starting to fall here in New Lexington.
Man, it got dark.
Yes, it did.
That was fast.
You can tell, you know what? Seriously, you can tell in the fall, because remember, like in the summer, this time of night we still be outside. But seems like when the sun goes down in the fall, like around 7:30 or so, it goes down quick.
That just tells you winter's getting closer.
Yes, of course you like that because you're a basketball player, right?
Yeah,
basketball
but
season.
Yeah.
Joey Gall up the middle. Gall. Inside the 20, first down. Nice 22-yard gain for Joey Gall. First down, Knights. I'll tell you, when you key on Ben Tobin and give it to Joey, there'll be
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
they were
yards there for
expecting
Joey.
that.
No, they weren't.
Surprise!
So first and 10 for the Knights on the Falcon 20-yard line. Young rolling right. Throws over the middle. It is caught by Kopp inside the 10. I think they'll mark it at the 8-yard line. First and goal for the Knights.
Well, you know, I can't. Everybody, we were talking about this earlier in the season. The Knights aren't very firm with their passing game, but you look at today, and they're looking pretty firm on their passing game today. I guess Miller just got the luck of the draw there.
Tobin for the touchdown. Ben Tobin, another touchdown, 8 yards this time. And just like that, it's a 34-6 Knight lead with 4:37 to go here before half. Craig Collins on to kick the extra point, and Colin Young will mark it at the 10.
And if he puts this one through, it'll be 15, I believe. 15 PATs. And that's 5 alone in this game.
Ball down, kick is up and good. So with 4:37 to go before the half, FCA leads 35-6 on LSN.
The FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Spires Paving Company, serving Lancaster and Fairfield County since 1984. They are a full-service pavement services company providing asphalt paving, patching and repairing, crack filling and striping for residential, commercial, churches, and local municipalities. Spires Paving Company can be contacted at 740-653-6837 or online at spirespaving.com.
So FCA will kick off again. Tonight's homecoming court, the class of 2013, the seniors, Miss Alex Durkin, Miss Hope Johnson, and Miss Emily McCarty. The junior on the homecoming court is Miss Sarah Parcell, sophomore Lindsay Beatty, and freshman Ellie Fraturo.
Go freshmen!
Collins with a short kick. Fielded by the up back.
Whoever stopped him went really low because, I don't know, I thought he did like a full flip there.
Matt Carney on the return. And Miller will get the ball at their own 39-yard line. FCA next week travels down to Fayetteville High School. It'll be Friday, October 6th. 2 more home games for FCA coming up. Wilson, incomplete. Intended receiver was Nick Lanning. Last 2 home games will be Saturday, October 20th against Dayton Jefferson here, New Lex Field, and then rivalry against Grove City Christian to round out the campaign. Friday, October 26th. Of course, next year FCA will go into the Mid-State League along with Grove City Christian.
So that rivalry will stay alive.
Yes, it will.
Man, season's already almost over. I just got this job.
Well, hopefully we'll be watching you play some basketball in the near future.
I think they're just filming the varsity games.
Wilson with the keeper. And he gains about 4. It'll be second. Make it 3rd down. 3rd and looks like 6 for Miller. Wilson rolling right. Throws incomplete off of McInnes's hands. That was Caleb McInnes, sophomore running back. And 4th down, the punt will give the ball back to the Knights. Nick Lanning will be back as the punter. Like he'll set up shop around the 30-yard line, 31-yard line. Colin Young will go back in single safety. Now he's got Josh Heater joining him. So it looks like FCA wants to try to put a return on here. Good snap, line drive kick. And the ball goes out of bounds. Inside the 20, close to the 15-yard line. They'll mark it at the 16, 3:39 to go in the first half of play. FCA up 35-6. Stay tuned for the halftime show. Tonight, Barb Hine of Fairfield Christian Church, the women's department there, will be talking about an upcoming women's conference, interviewing Kathy Tricoli. Heater down at the bottom of the screen, Walker at the top of the screen. Tobin's the deep back. Colin Young gives to Tobin off left tackle. Keeps the legs moving, and we got 2 penalty flags on the play.
It looks like they were both thrown about midfield, so.
Personal foul, face mask against Miller. And that's a 15-yarder, which will give the Knights a 1st down. FCA quickly to the line of scrimmage. Clock running, 3.5 to go, first half. Thanks to Scott West.
Giving
Says,
us
let
some
there
light.
be light, and we have light in the press box. Next, Scott, if you can do heat and running water, that'd be wonderful.
Maybe
Scott looks at me like you're nuts.
Maybe a sandwich too.
Sandwich.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, sandwich, hot chocolate.
Somebody asked me about a creme brulee earlier.
Gives me his Coca-Cola. Thank you very much, sir. You're too kind. So, this timeout. FCA has 2 timeouts remaining. Miller with 1.
Ohio flags of honor.
And the ball will be marked at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights.
is open tonight and all day tomorrow.
So when does basketball practice start for you? Do you know?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Well, I mean, technically not for a couple of weeks. We're doing open gyms right now, every Tuesday and Thursday. But we have a scrimmage in 5 weeks, so we've got to get ready for that.
All right. Who are you scrimmaging, you know?
I do not know yet.
Okay.
A little bit early to figure that out, but I'm sure I'll know in the next week.
Ben Tobin with a huge gain, and he's brought down at the 38-yard line. First down for the Knights. Another huge run by Tobin. You should see my broadcast partner up here trying to count how many yards that is on the game.
It's so awkward when they get a big gain like that, and it starts at the 33 up to the 38. I got to remember how to do that. 20, 30.
He's taking his socks and shoes off now and using his toes. First and 10 with 3:04 to go. Kopp with a reception inside the 20.
Taylor Kopp pulls it in for the Knights.
Austin
How many yards
Mosley
is that?
gets up limping now.
Oh, goodness. All right.
They'll mark it at the 20. First and 10. That'd be 13 if that was on the 33, right?
Yeah. I could do this kind of math, I think.
Heater out wide to the right. Walker to the left. Tobin the ball carrier. Bulls his way inside the 10. First down, Knights.
Tobin again on carry.
2.5 to go. And was there a fumble?
Was there?
Fumble on the play. Miller recovered the football.
And everybody else is, I could not figure out what was going on.
I saw some Miller players jumping up and down as if they recovered a football. I did not see it, but we'll take the official's word for it.
I was still trying to count how many yards Tobin got on that run, but it looks like it doesn't matter anymore. Thank you, officials.
The official's doing a great job tonight.
No, I'm not mad.
I know.
Just
First and 10 on the 6 for Miller. Wilson in misdirection. He's hit at the 1 and driven back. FCA wants a safety, but the forward progress will be marked at the 1s with a loss of 5. Second down. Caleb Waltz with the tackle.
That's Walls.
Waltz, thank you. I think Caleb's going to be joining us for basketball this year.
Yes, he is, and I know he's excited about that.
As long as he doesn't hit me.
He won't hit you.
If he doesn't hit me, I'll be
No, Caleb's a nice guy.
Tell him I'm a nice guy, too. Don't hit me.
Hey, Caleb, Jack's a nice guy.
Wilson over center. And
that's going to be a false start.
Miller's pointing at FCA, but it's on the left tackle for Miller. Half the distance.
Well, half the were they on the 1?
Yes, they were.
Oh my goodness.
So
the Knights are trying to make sure to push it back, and they're already at the 1. Gosh, you guys are gonna make me do some weird math now.
I think you'll see. You might see a push by the defensive line for FCA.
Hopefully,
they're smelling safety. This is safety territory here.
It's in their nose. Play clock down to 2.
And that flag, it'll be actually a timeout. Miller, they got the timeout done and called before
it's close,
the play clock expired. They have play clocks on either end of the end zone here, which is nice because the quarterbacks can see just exactly how much time is left. So 1:22 to go till half, and FCA leads 35-6 over Miller.
And FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 740-654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com.
Let's see what the defense does here for FCA, because this close to the goal line, I think they like to get a push and try to get some points on the board defensively. It's always nice when you score a safety.
How am I supposed to write that down?
What's that?
The safety.
Well, you wait until it happens. Let's not count our chickens
If
before
it
they hatch.
happens. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There's a quarterback sneak by Wilson. Gall is there and Caleb Walls. 1:17 to go. Timeout FCA. So FCA will have, if the scoreboard is correct, and I assume that it is, they'll have one timeout remaining. Miller has burned all theirs. 3rd and 15 on the 2. There you see Coach Norm Emmets. Instructing the troops. Coach E, as he's fondly called. I want to remind you about the FCA and LSN halftime show.
The FCA on LSN halftime show is brought to you in part by the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home in Lancaster, Ohio, and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore, Ohio. They have a long and excellent history of serving our community in times of loss. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change, is available online at funeralhome.com. So we're coming to the close of the half here.
Wilson in his own end zone. And movement on McInnes.
Another false start.
Another false start. They'll move the ball back half the distance to the goal.
Their line's not helping them that much right now.
I think it was McInnes, the back, that moved.
Oh, was it?
Yes. I think they may have to put some more time on the clock.
Yeah.
Because it was 1:17.
Before the play started. Well,
but
before the play started, relatively.
They're not, so no harm, no foul. 10 seconds on the play clock. Fumble in the end zone, and there is your safety.
Now, how do I write that down?
Safety.
Oh, well.
Saefty.
Well, I don't have a space for it on my chart here. Oh well, you know what?
Josh Heater with the safety on the tackle. 2 points for the Knights, and it's 37-6 with 1:06 to go in the first half. Just right, safety, and 2 points to the Knights. Miller will punt or kick off from the 20. They'll have the option. A lot of coaches like to punt because you can get some hang time.
And I suppose it's the coach's choice, you know.
It is the coach's choice, but with the hang time, they think they get better coverage.
Well, you'd think it all has to do with the special teams of the opposing special teams, I should say.
Yeah, and if of course if you have someone that can kick off well, maybe you use them in this role and kick off after the safety. So we'll see what happens here.
Got Heater and Tobin back to receive the punt/kick.
And they're standing at their 35. Now they were standing at the 20 at the last kickoff. So yeah, that's a gain of, that's 15-yard difference right there.
So you already have good field position.
And they're going to kick off because I think they have.
Now, do they have the
confidence? They have the option to either punt or kick off.
Well, could they onside it?
They certainly could, but if they onside it and FCA recovers, they get the ball on the
close
30
to the 30.
or so. I think they're going to kick off, and they will.
And that's wise.
Driving kick. Heater has it at the 37.
He's into Falcon territory.
And still moving and close to the 46-yard line. I'll mark it at the 47. 1st and 10 for the Knights with 59 seconds to go.
Brought down by Tracy
Wintermuth on the tackle. Colin Young leads the troops out. They'll huddle up.
seconds left.
No, they're going to back up a little bit.
halftime participants for Fairfield Christian, if you would be lining up, preparing for that. You have just under 1 minute.
So 59 seconds here in the second quarter.
Kopp, the wide out to the bottom of the screen, 2 wider outs to the top, and it gives to Tobin
on the draw
to the 40 up to about the 39-yard line with 50 seconds to go.
Clock's still going.
Second and we'll say 3. FCA is not in any hurry with a 31-point lead. 18 seconds on the play clock. Tobin, the ball carrier, up the middle. Still moving. First down for the Knights inside the 30. Timeout to move the chains. 24.4 seconds to go. FCA will get the ball to start the second half of play. 20 seconds to go.
Do you know how long that run was? I didn't see. They changed it before I could get it.
No, I didn't.
No.
No, I didn't. It's about a...
I don't want to sell Tobin short, but he's already got enough yards today.
Mike Byers is the official statistician for FCA. We'll get the call from him at halftime, and just like that, the half is over. So timeout on the field here at homecoming for FCA at New Lex. The score, FCA leads by a score of 37-6. This is FCA football on LSN.
FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
InFocus Consulting, the data agency. Online at infocusconsulting.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Ellie is being escorted by her brother Bobby this evening. Ellie is the daughter of Lou and Amy Fraturo. She attends the church at the Well. She's involved in church and community activities, including foundation dinners, worship band, and church nursery. Ellie has attended FCA 6 years. Her school activities include volleyball, basketball, and choir. Ellie's life verse is Proverbs 27:1. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring forth. Ladies and gentlemen, freshman Ellie Fraturo. Next, representing the sophomore class is Lindsay Beatty. Lindsay is being escorted by her brother Matthew Beatty. Lindsay is the daughter of James Beatty and Carrie Beatty. She attends church at the Frontline Church of God. She is involved in church and community activities, including Vacation Bible School and archery. Lindsay has attended FCA 6 years. Her school activities include varsity volleyball and high school choir. Lindsay's life verse comes from Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay Beatty. Next, representing the junior class is Sarah Parcell. Sarah is escorted escorted by her father, Rod Parcell. And Sarah is the daughter of Rod and Michelle Parcell. Sarah attends church at the Fairfield Christian Church. She's involved in church and community activities such as the church nursery, Echoing Hills Sports Camp, and Inner City Missions. Sarah has attended FCA 9 years. Her school activities include being the yearbook editor, serving as a junior high school math mentor, and being the captain of her varsity softball team. Sarah's life verse comes from Hebrews 12, 1 and 2. Let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and run with endurance the race that's been set before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith. Ladies and gentlemen, Junior Sarah Parcell. Ladies and gentlemen, the next three ladies are representatives of the Fairfield Christian Academy's senior class of 2013. One of these ladies will be elected the 2012 Fairfield Christian Academy's homecoming queen in just a few moments. The first senior class homecoming candidate is Alex Durkin. Alex is being escorted by her father, Don, this evening, and she's the daughter of Don and Tressa Durkin. Alex attends church at C3 Community Church. And her church and community activities include mentoring children at the YMCA, raising money and awareness for Make-A-Wish Foundation, volunteering at Echoing Hills, and volunteering this spring at a church in Alaska. Alex has attended FCA 13 years. Her school activities include chapel band, senior class president, swim team, quiz team, yearbook editor, National Honor Society, and the Math National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta. Alex's life verse is Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still. Ladies and gentlemen, senior class candidate Alex Durkin. The second senior class homecoming candidate is Miss Hope Johnson. Hope's being escorted by her father, Dr. Scott Johnson. She's the daughter of Scott and Sue Johnson, and she attends at Fairfield Christian Church. Her church and community activities include being an expressive sign team leader, involvement in the FCC worship band, youth group and youth group discipleship team, and YMCA swim team. Hope's attended FCA 14 years. School activities include being the cheerleading captain for her cheerleading team, softball captain for her softball team, swim team, chapel band, and National Honor Society. Hope's life verse comes from Colossians 3:12 through 14. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion and kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Hope Johnson. The final senior class homecoming candidate is Miss Emily McCarty. Emily is being escorted this evening by her father, Kevin. She is the daughter of Kevin and Pam McCarty. Emily attends church at the Fairfield Christian Church. Her church and community activities include being a part of NOVA and serving as a small group leader for 3rd through 5th grades. Emily's attended FCA 12 years. Her school activities include cross country, track, choir, and FCA worship band. Emily's life verse is Romans 5, verse 8. For God demonstrates his own love for us in this, that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Miller McCarty. If you would please join me in welcoming the 2012 Fairfield Christian Academy Homecoming Court this evening. Joining us this evening is Fairfield Christian Academy's 2011 Homecoming Queen, Amanda Hamill, who in just a few seconds will crown the 2012 Queen. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the presentation of this year's Homecoming Queen. Friends and family, please join us as we congratulate Fairfield Christian Academy's 2012 Homecoming Queen, Emily McCarty. While Mr. Hawks takes a few more photographs, I'd like to once again congratulate everyone in the Homecoming Court of 2012. Congratulate them on each one of those ladies on their wonderful accomplishments thus far in their lives.
FCA on LSN. FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by
Fairfield Mini Storage is located on East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them online at ffministorage.com.
InFocus Consulting, the data agency. Online at infocusconsulting.com.
Redeemer Lutheran Church and Dr. Jack Davidson. You can visit them online at redeemerlancaster.org.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Hi, my name is Josiah Lockwood, reporting for Fairfield Christian Media. Right now I am with the Director of the Women's Ministry of Fairfield Christian Church, Barbara Hine. Hi Barbara Hine, how are you doing?
Great, how are you doing today?
Very fine. Alright, we'll get started right away. So what is this conference you are hosting?
FCC, which is Fairfield Christian Church, is hosting the Among Friends Conference, and it's November 9th and 10th, and it's featuring Kathy Triculi and Lisa Harper and Ellie LaFaro. And it's just a great lineup of ladies, and Kathy Triculi is a nationally known speaker and songwriter and vocalist, and she'll be the main speaker. And then Lisa Harper is also, she speaks across the nation as well, and Ellie LaFaro. And they are humorous, and they'll be there to encourage us and just to inspire us to grow closer with the Lord.
All right. You said it was, when did you say it was?
November 9th and 10th. It's a Friday night and Saturday. Friday night is from 7 to 9 p.m. and then Saturday is 9 a.m. to 12:30.
All right. How much are the tickets for this conference?
The tickets right now for the early bird is $39 for general seating, and then for premium seating it is $45. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It is $49 for the premium seating. And then after the early bird is up, then there'll be $10 additional per ticket.
All right. And what is it? Is there any website or phone number or anything where we can learn more about this?
Yes. The website is www.amongfriendsconference.com, and you can go on the website and find out about hotel accommodations, the specifics of the conference, read a little bit about the speakers, and find the times and purchase your tickets.
All right, that sounds good. Once again, this is the Among Friends Conference with Fairfield Christian Church and Barbara Hine. And once again, I'm Josiah Lockwood. Thank you very much.
The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Available online at funeralhome.com.
Visit ready.gov for ways to prepare your family for emergencies.
Does it look weird?
Back here at
Thanks for the early call there.
Jack Dislon and Andrew Gerken, Scott West up here on the in the broadcast booth. Halftime score: FCA leads by a score of 37-6. And Andrew, it's been the Ben Tobin story here in the first half, hasn't it?
And that is no understatement. He has 13 carries for 252 yards with 4 touchdowns.
His first 2 carries went for 75 yards, right? He had a 75-yard gain for a touchdown, 25-yard gain. The offensive line been blowing through some big holes for him.
Well, they're opening stuff up for him, and he's showing that by scoring.
Of course, FCA also has a safety on the board near the end of the first half of play. Both teams are finishing up their warm-ups to begin the third quarter of action. Miller will kick off for FCA.
And third quarter action of FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Ohio University, Lancaster and Pickerington, where class sizes are small, so you'll get to know the faculty who cares about you and your success. Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University, Lancaster and Pickerington. Contact them online at lancaster.ohiou.edu.
This is homecoming night for FCA. Congratulations to Emily McCarty, the homecoming queen for 2012. Emily is the daughter of Kevin and Pamela McCarty of Lancaster. She was escorted by Mr. Michael Collier, the son of Scott and Michelle Collier. So congratulations to Emily, the 2012-2013 homecoming queen. Miller will kick off to start the third quarter of action. Dakota Wilson will do the honors, puts his foot into the ball, and we're underway as the ball heads out of bounds. And
Knights will have some
good field position.
Yep. That's probably the last thing you wanted to give them right now. They're on a hot streak.
Yes, they are. Now, you were able to talk to Mr. Michael Byers, who is the stat man for FCA, and you have the halftime stats. Why don't we hear what you've learned?
Well, the Knights are up to 139 yards passing, which is pretty good considering they're not 100% firm in their passing game, but they've got 274 rushing, which is normal for them about this time. So it's nothing that the Knights haven't seen before, but you expect a very good good second half from them.
Colin Young, the quarterback. Ben Tobin's been taking the direct snaps as he does there. Runs up the middle, gain of about 7 or 8, will be second and short. Carney in on a stop. Austin Mosley got up gingerly.
Well, you can now make that 282 yards rushing. Oh.
Tobin over left tackle, across the 50 into Falcon territory. First and 10 for the Knights. They'll mark it at the 48. Tonight's crew are the officials: Brian Norris, Bill Pratt, Troy Paris, Josh Riley, and Jeff Robinson, all from Zanesville. Young, the quarterback. Colin, the junior, hits Gall out into the flat.
There he goes again.
To the 40, to the 30.
Looks
Close,
like the 30,
29-yard line.
Yep.
Joey's got deceiving speed. Plays baseball and plays left field for the Knights on the baseball team, and runs down a lot of balls. And they've batted him lower in the batting order the past couple seasons, but when he gets on, he can steal a base. So nice pass play to Joey Gall. First and 10 for the Knights on the Miller 29-yard line. Tobin with another big hole.
There he
Cuts
goes again.
back, first down and more inside the 10.
I'm running out of room to write stats for Ben. To start a separate column for him.
He came in tonight as the leading rusher in all of Central Ohio, and I think he'll still be the leading rusher after tonight's ball game.
I think that's a fair assumption. He already has 289 yards for the night so far.
So Young and Tobin. Tobin gets the direct snap, bowls his way up to about the 3. Those holes are just gigantic for Ben to run through. So credit the offensive line, who's doing an outstanding job tonight. And Ben, any running back will tell you that it's really the offensive line that gives them the holes to gain the yards that they do.
I played football last year for junior high, and our coach had one saying to live by, and he said, it all starts up front.
Yes, it does. Young, touchdown to Taylor Kopp. 2-yard touchdown pass to Taylor. And the Knights lead by a score of 43-6. No trick plays tonight for the Knights. They have just been going right at Miller.
Not unlike Coach Dobmeyer, but you know, he throws those in there too. So Junior Collins will get ready to kick the PAT.
Young to hold. Ball down. Kick is up. And it's good. So 9:40 to go here in the third quarter of play. FCA leads by a score 44-6 over Miller on LSN.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Service Master Clean by Todd George. They help you get clean and stay that way at work and at home when they demonstrate their commitment to excellence and their promise to do the job right or do it over. Service Master Clean by Todd George can be contacted at 740-687-1077. Thank you to Todd George for supporting Fairfield Media Production Sports. So what does Miller have to do to get back into this ball game?
They have to score quickly. I mean, it's that simple. They have to score quickly. The last touchdown was they had a nice drive. It took up a lot of time. They started well within their zone. Started probably around the 25, 30-yard line. They'll have to score quickly and score often.
This is a good kick by Collins.
McInnes up to the 30, 35, across the 40-yard line.
So the Falcons will set up shop. Looks like the 40-yard line.
Cody McInnes is a freshman, 5'8", 135 pounds out of Miller High School. He has a brother, Caleb McInnes, as well, who's a sophomore running back. Dakota Wilson, the quarterback, breaks the huddle. Wilson rolls right, throws, and he's got a receiver.
Heater tried to stick his arm out there because he was a little bit farther out from the pass, and he almost got it, but
Cody Uman is
just a little
one on the catch.
Just a little too far out for him to get.
First and 10 for Miller on the Fairfield Christian Academy 46-yard line. McInnes, the deep back. That is Caleb McInnes.
You can't just say McInnes now, can you?
No, I can't. And intercepted by Colin Young. No, incomplete.
And a flag down in the backfield.
It might be a hold or it's a chop block.
Coach E's trying to change up the defense a little bit here. Yelling out to senior, is he a senior? Yes, senior Joey Gall.
So that costly penalty will make it 1st and 25 on the Falcon 39. And now, let's see, they had a whistle. Now they're going to restart the clock. Wilson rolling right. Got a receiver. It is almost intercepted.
Two close interceptions.
Josh Heater.
Two close interceptions here. You got to be careful when throwing the ball if you're Miller now. They're expecting the pass now because you're 25 yards deep. You got to make good decisions and you got to make crisp throws.
The defensive line can tee off on the quarterback. Do so legally. I mean, you can't rough the passer or anything, but you can start rushing the passer and kind of forget about the run.
And if you have a good pass rush and you can get in there fast, you know, bad luck for Miller.
3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen for Miller. Wilson rolls this way and throws behind his intended receiver, which was Caleb McInnes.
And he wasn't even looking the right way for that pass. And that's three passes in a row. I mean, one was called back for a penalty, but that's 3 passes in a row where they've had bad throws.
FCA up 44-6 here with 8:51 to go in the third quarter. Direct snap to McInnes, and Caleb McInnes,
dragged down by Joey Gall,
will gain short yardage, and Miller will have to punt the ball away. Fourth and 19 on the 41-yard line. Nick Lanning to punt. Wobbly kick, it'll hit it inside the 30. Bounce to Colin Young, and he runs out of bounds. Hit out of bounds. Close to the 25. They'll mark it at the 23.5. So the Knights will take over at their own 23. Young calls the play. Brian Miller leads him out as the center. Gives to Joey Gall right up the gut. Joey at the 40. Close to midfield, first down, Knights.
Marking about the 49.5 there.
Close to the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter. Tobin off left tackle. Gain a nice chunk there. Tracy Wintermuth on the tackle for Miller. 2nd and 3.
Tobin,
a long 3.
Tobin has his next 300-yard game right now. Well, I shouldn't say next. He has another 300-yard game.
It's been the formation where they'll snap it right to Ben.
You never know. Joey's down there. He likes to do a little forward. Never mind.
And Tobin is caught for a loss. That's the first rushing loss that Ben Tobin's had tonight. Miller's seen that play a lot, and they just snuffed it out. They'll bring up 3rd and 5. Loss of 2 for Ben. 3rd and 5 on the 46 of Miller. 6:45 to go, third quarter. Tobin, big gain for a first down. Ben Tobin on the carry, tackled by Travis Willison. First down for the Knights.
And I now have had to start a second column for the rushing for Ben Tobin. Goodness.
Play action. Penalty flag on the play. Wilson throws to wide open Josh Heater inside the 10.
And that was a good job by Colin, making something out of nothing there.
But it'll be holding on the Knights. It'll bring the ball back. That's a good job by Colin Young to get outside the pass rush, keep the play moving. Good job by Joshua Heater to get open.
And that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate that there was a holding on the play. So that'll bring it back to the 49.
That's one of the few penalties that the Knights have had tonight.
They've had two.
They've had 2. Under 6 minutes to go here in the
They've had 2 offensive. I've got 2 more marked down here. They might be.
Those were.
Maybe they were the other team. Yeah, I think that's right because I have it positive and negative.
Well, they were. There's Ben Tobin gets a lot of that back. No, it was the face mask on the Knights.
Was it?
Yes. Both teams have had a couple face mask penalties.
You're right. Just totally lost it there for a second.
Remember, Josh Heater went out, and I'm not saying that the penalty was on him with the face mask, but he was kind of holding his fingers or something, like he got something jammed on that tackle for the Knights. He's been back in with no ill effects. There's a little pass to Joey Gall, about the 33-yard line, close to the 32.
And Joey's been a nice little predominant person here in this Knights passing game.
But Joey is just a fine athlete. He played offensive guard for him last year.
I moved him over to fullback, and now they've got him catching the ball. He's got 3 passes here for a good chunky yards each time.
Taylor Kopp tied at left end. Gall and Heater up to the top of the screen. The birthday boy Jacob Walker down the bottom of the screen. Young throwing to Walker, incomplete, overthrown. And on the coverage was Aaron Waldrop.
And knowing Coach Dobbemeyer here on 4th down, they're probably going to go for it. 6 yards,
a lot of what he's chosen to do tonight has worked offensively, so
Why not go for it?
Well, absolutely. If you punt it and the ball's on, ball's on the 32, you're really not gaining much. Colin Young over center. Pitch to Tobin. Cuts back, first down and more. Inside the 25, close to the 22-yard line. Clock running, coming up on the 4-minute mark, the third quarter. Tobin and Young in the backfield. Young, pump fake, throws over the middle, caught by Jacob Walker, touchdown!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jacob Walker. 17th birthday. Tonight, Jacob scores a touchdown, and it's 50-6 for the Knights.
They went 6 minutes without scoring, and there it is.
22-yard touchdown pass, Young to Walker with a point after to follow by Junior Collins. Colin Young to hold. Ball down, kick is not blocked. Colin pulled it in and tried to run around the end, but he was snuffed out by the Miller defense. So timeout on the field, 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Knights lead 50-6 on LSN.
And the third quarter action of FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington, where class sizes are small, so you'll get to know the faculty who cares about you and your success. Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University, Lancaster, and Pickerington. Contact them online at lancasterohiou.edu. And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is also brought to you by Central Ohio General Surgeons. They are physicians who have advanced training that allows them to perform invasive procedures for their patients. At Central Ohio General Surgeons, your appointment includes time for examination and discussion, so please feel free to ask questions at any time. Central Ohio General Surgeons can be contacted at 740-654-6213 or online at centralohiogeneralsurgeons.com.
Junior Collins to kick off. McGinnis.
He had to back up for a little bit for that one.
Up to the 35, 36-yard line. So Cody McGinnis with a nice return, and Miller will start with the ball on their own 36. Michael Beatty on the stop.
Michael.
It's like FCA may be getting ready to put in some second teamers here on offense.
And that's what you're going to do when you're up 44.
Wilson on a keeper. Taylor Kopp snuffs it out.
There it is, Taylor Kopp. Nice defensive effort. He gets back there, and he had a blocker in front of him. He ran right past him and stopped that play. Loss of quite a few yards.
There'll be 2nd and 16 at the 30. Loss of 6. Three minutes to go here, third quarter of action. Westney to the bottom of the screen. Direct snap to Caleb McInnes. Short gain.
The Knights defense has been very, very persistent in that they're not letting Miller move the ball.
Joey Gall and Matthew Beatty on the stop.
Matthew Beatty will walk off.
Be 3rd and long. Caleb McInnes back in the backfield. Wilson throws long. It is caught.
Oh, nope, that's
and no, they're going to call it a catch, and the catch was made by Cody McGinnis. Nice catch by Cody McGinnis at the Knights' 46-yard line. Colin Young on the coverage. Colin did all he could. It was just a fine pass play.
Yeah, and he was a couple of feet behind him. There's not much you can do if the receiver beats you like that. I mean, they were lucky to have Colin Young far enough so that he could run over and stop that play. But if he hadn't been there, that would have been gone.
Josh Coleman now playing linebacker for the Knights. Ben Tobin's out.
And there's a nice shot of the ball right there. Good job, media team.
Direct snap to Caleb McInnes. He's got 1st down yardage to the 35.
And the offensive line did good there. The Knights were coming in on all the linemen were coming in really fast, and I saw one in particular, Caleb Walsey was coming in, and the guy had him, he had it tight, so they couldn't really call holding on him, and it was just a good offensive effort to make sure that ball could be moved forward.
Nice drive here by Miller. Started it inside their own 35-yard line. Give to Winterbooth. Short gain will be 2nd down with 60 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Be 2nd and 8. Ball marked at the 33-yard line. Get a chance by concessions here out at the New Lex Field during an FCA football game. The concession stands by the locker rooms on the far side of the field will go to the FCA Senior Project. They're going on a mission trip this spring to Alaska.
Is that where they're going?
That's where they're going, and we have a legal procedure on Miller. And they talked about what they wanted to do, and FCA, the senior class always takes a mission trip in the spring. Of course, I don't say the younger grades, but the underclassmen, the freshmen, sophomore, juniors, they go out to Echoing Hills out east central Ohio to help with that camp for those who have developmental disabilities, and it's always a great opportunity for the kids to get involved. They love going to Echoing Hills. But their senior year, they look to do something a little different. They've gone to Jamaica in the past. This year, they're going up to Alaska. Wilson, long throw, intercepted by Heater. Up to the 25, breaks a tackle to the 30, to the 34-yard line. Penalty flag on the play. Miller player is down at the 30. Joshua Heater on the interception. That Miller player down was Billy Fralick, but he gets up and jogs to the sideline. Nice show of sportsmanship there by FCA's Josh Coleman to make certain that Fralick was okay. Gave him a little pat on the shoulder pad. So 1st and 10 for the Knights. Walker to the bottom of your screen. Tobin and Young in the backfield. Heater and Gall up top of your screen with 17.6 seconds to go. Direct snap to Tobin up the middle to the 40. 45, still going. 44-yard line.
10 seconds left.
FCA will move the chains, leading by 44 points.
Ben Tobin on the 25-yard run picks up the 1st down.
The clock will start, And
They're gonna let
that
the
will
clock
be
run.
the last play of the third quarter. Timeout on the field. 3 quarters in the books. FCA leads Miller by a score of 50-6 on homecoming night on LSN.
FCA on LSN. FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by
Discover your promise in academics, in athletics, or in theater at Ohio University Lancaster and Pickerington. Online at lancaster.ohiou.edu.
Thompson Concrete, full-service concrete company. Online at thompsonconcrete.com.
Roger Weaver and the Weaver Law offices online at weaver-law.com.
Fairfield Christian Church, located near the River Valley Mall in Lancaster. Online at fairfieldcc.com.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Back here in New Lexington, Jack Davis along with Andrew Gherkin and the entire FCA media team. FCA leads, start of the fourth quarter, 50-6 over Miller.
And the fourth quarter action of FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Fairfield Mini Storage, the place to store your personal or business goods in a clean, dry unit with integrated facility. They have outside storage for RVs and boats, and they are Lancaster's source for Penske rental trucks. Fairfield Mini Storage is located on 2230 East Main Street in Lancaster, or find them on the web at ffministorage.com.
Jacob Walker is uncovered there at the top of the screen. Now Miller sends over a defensive back, direct snap to Tobin around the right end. Keeps the legs moving to the 35. Still going to the 34-yard line. Second and short for the Knights. Ben Tobin with another huge game tonight.
341 yards to be exact. Well, sorry, 344 yards if you count his receiving. That was just rushing.
So 340 total yards, is that right?
About, yeah. Closer to 345,
nice
but
work.
yeah.
Nice night's work. Joey Gall will be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Be 3rd and 1. Nick Lanning on the stop. So the Knights hope to get through these next 11 and so minutes injury-free so that they can begin to prepare for Fayetteville Perry next Friday night. Young with the keeper, first down, and Moore keeps the legs moving. Inside the 30, about the 27-yard line, 28. First and 10 for the Knights as Colin will head to the sidelines to get the play from Coach Daubs. First and 10 on the 28. Heater and Gall to the top of the screen. Walker down at the bottom of the screen. Tobin gets the direct snap. To the 25, 20, runs backwards to the 10, inside the 10 to about the 8. He is fun to watch.
There he is right there.
Just keeps the legs moving. He'll run backwards and gain yards.
You gotta wonder what it's like being on the other side of the run for him when he's coming right at you. Do I go low? Do I go high? I don't know. I mean, you go low, he could vault you. If you go high, you might not be able to tackle him, so it's kind of a mix-up. What are you going to do?
First and goal for the Knights. You know, I duck. I get out of the way. He's big, he'll hurt me.
Hurt you, specifically.
Tobin up the middle, another touchdown. Touchdown Knights, Ben Tobin, 7 yards this time. And it is 56-6. The Knights up by 50 over Miller. With Collins on for the point after. Tell you, one of these weeks, Ben Tobin's going to be the Central Ohio Player of the Week.
He hasn't already?
I don't know if he has or not. That kick is blocked. If he hasn't, he will be. He's making a name for himself on the football field. So a 7-yard Ben Tobin run makes it 56-6. FCA over Miller here on FCA Football on LSN.
And FCA on LSN is brought to you in part by Focus Consulting, the data agency positioning and managing data in the marketplace. Focus Consulting provides data management from Lancaster, Ohio, and can be reached at 740-654-5809 or online at nfocusconsulting.com.
So Ben Tobin has runs of 25 yards for a touchdown, 75 yards for a touchdown, 3 yards for a touchdown, 8 yards, and they're a 7-yard run. Also getting FCA on the board, you have a 71-yard touchdown pass, Colin Young to Josh Eder. A 22-yard touchdown pass, Colin Young to Jacob Walker.
And a 2-yard pass to Taylor Kopp, too.
And a 2-yard pass to Taylor Kopp as well. That was to start off the third quarter of action. Miller's touchdown came on a 1-yard run by Dakota Wilson. The up back for Miller, Matt Carney takes the ball, goes across the 40-yard line, and FCA will send in some reserve players now to get some well-needed experience. That's how you grow a program right here, when you're able to get your second teamers in to get some varsity action.
And they actually just had a JV game on Tuesday, I believe, against Olin Changi's freshman B team. And we got a freshman Ryan Washek running off the field. Looks like they had 12 men on there, so that he had to get off. Oh.
Now we got another one running off, and the penalty
they had
flag.
13 men on the field, so now they're going to get a call for 12.
And Miller gets a first down anyway. And that'll happen as the kids, start playing under the lights. Some of them, this is their first
play in a varsity game.
And the coaching staff at FCA is really good to get the kids in. They work so hard during the week, and to have the opportunity to play under the lights, a situation like this, particularly homecoming, when you know that a lot of the alumni will come back. So move the chains. It'll be first down for Miller on the FCA 40-yard line. 9:30 to go. Full house backfield and then some. Misdirection play. Miller's Dakota Wilson gets it up to the 35.
Looks like James Hammer got in there on the stop.
Wilson took that snap. He started to look around, and looked like no one knew what they were doing, but it was a gain of 5, 2nd and 5, and the 35.
I like the way they say that over the loudspeaker.
Joe McCoy is the PA announcer here, and he does such a great job.
That's a nice shot of the Knights sideline right there.
Of course, Joe is the head of Winners Academy at Geneva Hills. Give is to the first back through, and that's
Michael Beatty on the
Colton
stop.
Paragon.
Got Michael.
And Michael Beatty's on the stop.
Talk about a tough freshman. Michael Beatty is one to talk about. You know, I talk to him on a day-to-day basis, but he is one tough kid. He actually sustained a concussion earlier in the year that prevented him from playing for 1 to 2 games, but, you know.
Of course, you talk to a lot of these kids, right? What's the general feeling about, on the football team? I mean, they're pretty optimistic going into the season. They got to be happy with the way things have gone here.
Yeah, I hear a lot about it because I actually take I'm with the freshmen, so I get all the freshmen. But you're mixing the classes. You know, I've got a couple of classes with Caleb Walls, Brian Miller, a couple other upperclassmen on the football team, and just hearing it from them. You know, you get their perspective from it on the field, like, you know, it's a totally different. We see it from up here, and we don't see everything. But if you're down there on the field, you really can't miss anything. Otherwise, you're just out of the loop.
The game is really fast on the field, isn't it? Particularly on the artificial turf here. Wilson back to pass. Throwing long. It is incomplete.
And that's Zach Hassel on the nice stop there. Got his hand up in the air, made sure that pass was not going to be completed.
Hassel, the freshman, 5'4" freshman.
I'll be hearing about that in homeroom on Monday.
That's great. That's great. He made a great play to break up that almost touchdown pass by Miller.
Gosh. Even when they've got their second string in, they're still performing extremely well on defense, and that's something that you've got to hope for as a coach.
Yeah, coaches have to be pleased with that.
Oh my. You're up 50 points, and your defense is still making great plays on defense.
McInnes up the middle, and he's going to go for a touchdown. 24-yard touchdown for Miller.
And it's good to let him score now, though.
Caleb McInnes on the touchdown. Well, you don't want to, coaches don't want to give anything.
Well, they don't want to
give.
Okay, they don't want to give too much away, but it's nice to be able to see them put some points on the board.
It's good for Miller, absolutely. And you know what? The coaches will be able to use this and teach. And while they're not happy giving up a touchdown, they're going to be able to show players and the young players what they did wrong there so that they can improve. It'll be a 2-point conversion for Miller.
Make up for that block punt. And punt.
We got movement procedure penalty on Miller.
Make up for that blocked PAT earlier in the game, not punt. Gosh.
So 7:21 to go here in the ball game. FCA up 56-12. Be interesting to see who comes out on offense here in this next series of downs for FCA. Wilson in the shotgun, rolls right, got a receiver. That's Human for the 2-point conversion. So, timeout on the field, 7:21 to go in the ball game. FCA leads 56-14 on LSN.
And the FCA on LSN Game of the Week is brought to you by Ohio Christian University, committed to offering a complete education that develops students intellectually, professionally, and spiritually. OCU's degree programs equip students to become leaders in their careers, communities, families, and the world. Ohio Christian University, online at ohiochristian.edu.
Looks like FCA is sending out the good hands people here for the kickoff.
Well, the last thing you want to do is give up an onside kick or, muff a kickoff. So
you got Colin Young up front, Taylor Kopp, Joey Gall, Ben Tobin, Brian Miller. Junior Collins is up there as well.
They got Heater back there.
Heater is the sole
and there's Jacob
safety.
Walker.
Walker going out. You have, and these kids are good athletes. We've talked about Ben Tobin and Joey Gall, but Brian Miller played catcher for FCA baseball a couple of years ago. He's got good hands, so smart ball player. So they have the good hands unit on here. And there's a kick long to Heater. Bobbles it, picks it up. He's at the 20 and takes a knee. At the 26-yard line. So FCA will start with the ball at their own 26.
Doesn't look like we have any reserve players out on offense, but
to be honest, when the numbers are down for FCA this year, you don't have too many reserves, so you're gonna ride with the people that brought you to the dance, so to speak. And here's a give to Tobin up to the 30, to the 40-yard line.
And there would have been more, but with the opening for
McInnes on the stop,
for cross country and volleyball. What am I talking about? That's a Anyways.
a girls' sport.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, yeah, I mean, the volleyball might keep the girls' numbers down from playing football. That's right, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There are some girls that play football in other schools, but
yeah, I haven't seen anybody for FCA.
No. But the girls who play volleyball, great athletes. We did a game against Millersport earlier this week, and
that
fine athletes. There's Joey Gall on the carry. Short game.
About 3 there for Gall.
But you're right. The cross country team's doing well, and FCA had a lot of seniors graduate this past year too. So, in a rebuilding year, they have
they've done well.
They've done very well. And this is they're more than halfway done with the season here after tonight.
Man, I love watching football. That's just something that I love to do. Just come out on a Friday to Sunday night, just watch football.
Young to Taylor Kopp. And he still keeps his feet moving.
Nice
and it'll be close to a first down.
That's a great effort by him to throw him off. But we got a player down.
And let's see, that is Brian Miller, is slow to get up. And he is going to limp off. Might have turned an ankle there.
So you're going to
wish Brian the best.
Ryan Stalter will run out onto the field. Take Brian's place. And Brian's a tough kid. I have no doubt he'll come back from this.
So Ryan Stalter, a 5'10 sophomore, will take over at the center position.
Colin will keep it, and I think he got it. Yep, they're signaling first down. So they'll set up about the 50-yard line here.
I'm looking at Brian Miller's knee. So I hope Brian will be okay. Might twisted it.
You can twist a knee?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, well, see how much I know.
Absolutely.
Heater.
Up to the 40-yard line and first down.
Heater's had a really nice game tonight.
Yes, he has. Brian Miller trying to walk that off. So the Knights with the ball with 5:20 to go. 1st and 10 on the Miller 37. Pitch to Heater. 40, penalty flag, cut back, another flag down. Close to a first down, but we'll see what the call is.
Might be a holding.
It's in the area of holding.
I think I saw something. Yep, holding.
Holding on the Knights and illegal use of the hands on the Knights. Might have been a block in the back downfield. So I back the Knights up.
Jacob Walker runs off the field.
5:03 to go in the ball game. I want to remind you that next week we will be coming to you from Fayetteville Perry, down in Fayetteville High School, Fayetteville Way, Fayetteville, Ohio. And there's another flag.
Joey Gall on the run.
What was a mistake-free game is now being littered with laundry.
That's the 6th penalty on.
And the Knights
FCA.
will back up even more. So it'll now be first in a boatload. They have to get down to the Miller 27.5-yard line for the first down. So it'll be first and they're not even showing it on the scoreboard.
25.
25. Give to Joey Gall, short gain.
Did he gain? Yeah, he did. I didn't know. Let's. Oh.
Third and we'll say 24 on the 48.
I almost regret writing in pen because I just writing down the wrong things and I can't do anything because there's such small spaces to write in.
Peter, the deep back. Josh has the pitch. Gonna go around right end.
Flag down.
Short of
Get
the
up to
40.
about 40, or sorry. You know what? I can't even say it. 48.
Concession stand has sent word over that all hot dogs are now 50 cents.
And that penalty will be an illegal block by the Knights. We'll back them up some more. At the point of the foul. So they'll mark it at the 45-yard line. Oh, 44. So it'll be second down and 24 at the FCA 44.
Austin Beigel and Junior Collins out at wide. Now last week, Austin Beigel out here, number 16, we had problems finding his name on our roster. Well, figured out that they have his practice jersey number down in our roster and not his game jersey. So that was a problem.
That's just to confuse the scouts.
Is it?
Oh, no.
Then why wouldn't you put Ben Tobin's fake practice jersey number on there? I mean, come on, hide your good players.
Kidding. Third down and 34.
Beigel runs off and Walker will take his place.
Ball's marked at the 39-yard line.
34 yards. Dang. I don't think I've ever seen the most penalty yards there.
2:50 to go in the ball game.
It's like ridiculous.
Young back to pass.
Where are you going to go?
Throw long. He's got a receiver wide open and incomplete.
That was Junior Collins on the drop pass. And he was wide open.
He was thinking 6.
And
Too bad for Junior because that's one that he'd like to have back.
That's one that everybody would want to have back there.
2 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the ball game. FCA up.
The Knights are pretty much going to have to punt in this situation. You really can't get 34 yards on a fourth down. The likelihood is just not there.
Well, Colin Young is the punter, and if he punts, this will be, as I recall, if I recall, the first punt of the ball game for the Knights. Colin will stand at his own 31-yard line. So it looks like it's going to be like a quick kick. There's a high snap. Young gets it and will keep running and gets over the 20.
Looks like Miller's going to set up about the 20. That's great field position for them.
Too little, too late for Miller. They're down by...
See if the reserve D can stop them.
2 points. So Miller will send their offense out with under 2.5 minutes to go in the ball game.
As we're closing in on a 2-minute mark of the game, ladies and gentlemen, remember to clean up all of your area and trash in your area, put them in the closest trash receptacle. I want to thank our host, New Lexington Panthers, for that.
Miller breaks the huddle. Three wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Wilson throws long. It is incomplete, knocked away again by Zachary Hassel.
That's great defense. He's had some great defensive effort here. Oh, my goodness.
That's his second one tonight that he's...
There's a good shot of him. Looking pretty for the camera.
See if he would known he's on the camera. He can do his Usain Bolt pose. You know?
I'd be jumping up and down or something like that, you know.
The thing is, you don't know you're on the camera when you're out there.
Suppose maybe I should start telling them, hey, when you make a play, you're on camera. Do something funny.
Wilson throws over the middle, incomplete.
Looks like Hassel was playing a little bit off there. I'm not sure if he was sensitive about the catch there or just sensitive about the hit or whatever.
Logan Westney on the intended receiver. 2:18 to go, 3rd and 10 on the 21. FCA will go to 4-2 on the season. Miller will fall to 1-5.
Unless something spontaneous happens, but that'd be
Wilson
depressing.
on the keeper, and he'll slide down at the 26-yard line. 4th down. And there are 120 seconds to go in this ball game.
The Knights travel to Fayetteville High School for a kickoff time.
That'll be a fun one. Going
Road
to Fayetteville.
trips to Fayetteville. It's a beautiful stadium.
Well, we had the road trip down to Williamsburg. That's
fun. That's fun. It's about a 2.5-hour trip down Route 22, and then you kind of head southwest. Fayetteville Perry is just there's a procedure penalty on Miller. Fayetteville Perry is just northeast of Cincinnati. And these long trips will probably be a thing of the past for FCA when they get in the Mid-State League next year.
Yeah, Mid-State's usually close to where we are, but something tells me that, they're still going to be scheduling games away from home. Not as far as Fayetteville Perry or Williamsburg, but, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what teams they schedule. If they keep it like a Miller or, some of the non-conference teams. They're already playing Millersport. Well, they'll be in the conference. Fisher Catholic was a early game. They'll be in the conference as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who FCA schedules as their non-conference before the Mid-State League action takes place next year. It's an athletic director's nightmare trying to find teams to play when you're not in a conference. Last year I think we went down to Portsmouth 3 times. This year we're going down to Cincinnati 3 times. Not complaining. I mean, the road trips are great.
I remember going to Portsmouth. It wasn't with media teams because I was 8th grade, but that was a long. So would like to remind you that this program is available on demand and can be watched again at your convenience at fairfieldmedia.tv. And JT Burcham also puts them on YouTube. So if you want to go ahead and watch that, check out fairfieldmedia.tv, or you can look it up on YouTube.
I want to thank the FCA media team tonight. Evan Bogus, James Hammer. No, that's not. That's for Millersport. What am I doing? That's the Millersport football. Here we go. Evan Bogus is still on the crew tonight. Luke Sheets, Justin Potachnik, Michael Collier, Harrison Poole. And we have Scott West in the booth with us. Dave Spear doing the switching job down in the truck. Andrew Gherkin with me, and JT Burcham, who runs the whole operation. Thanks to everyone for making this possible and making us look good and sound good. Those guys have the hardest job, to make us look good and sound good. Well, not you. You have a young face.
Oh, well. They
Young
still have
voice.
to do some work with me.
45 seconds to go. FCA up 56-14. They're going to go to 4-2 on the season with this victory.
Give to Ryan Washek up the middle, and he's not going anywhere.
New quarterback for FCA is Colin Blackwell, sophomore, 5'10", 187 pounds.
He actually had a pretty good touchdown pass in the JV game, junior varsity game, reserve game, on Tuesday. So he's not in. He could throw the ball, And that's what you can hope for, I guess.
Knights break the huddle with 3 seconds, 2, 1, and that's the ball game. So, final score here at New Lex on homecoming night for FCA. The alumni go home happy. FCA beats Miller by a score of 56-14. Andrew, how about your final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Well, just like always, Ben Tobin had a monumental night. He had, let's see if I could read my writing, 362 yards, and the Knights had a total of over 150 yards passing. It's an overall really good game. So, applause to the Knights and applause to Miller as they did well. They did their best in trying to stop this Knights offense, which is not going to let them stop, or they were not going to go down without a fight.
For Andrew Gerken and the entire media team, this is Jack Davidson. We thank you for watching FCA Sports on LSN. For this time till next time, have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.